Hey guys, Wonderhussy here. Way up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, trying to get to this mining camp that I hear is absolutely amazing. But the road up here is pretty friggin' rough. And you know my rig can pretty much handle anything. But I'm with my friend Larry, and Larry's driving his BMW X5, which is a capable vehicle, and he's a capable driver, which technique is more than half the battle. But you can see there's like a spring up here and it's running down the road. We're only a mile from the site, so we thought it might be better to just park our cars now and then hike the final mile on foot. Yeah, you can see just ahead of where we stopped. The road basically, well, unless you're riding a unicycle, there's only one rut. Oh, here's the other one. It's pretty rough. I wouldn't want to drive this. But it's really cool to see all these pretty little purple flowers and all these green grasses and this stream in the middle of friggin' Nevada. You know, you always picture Nevada just being a desert, high desert, and it is high desert all around us, but we're in these mountains, so it's friggin' awesome. All right, hiking along the Jeep trail, which actually did get better after we passed through that wet area. But now we're starting to see signs of this old mine camp. Oh wow, this is friggin' amazing. Bunch of ruins here to explore. Bunch of little cabins, kind of like maybe the foreman's house, and then that smokestack, and it looks like there might be some mining wreckage over there. So I read up on this place as much as I could online, and it was a Cinnabar mine that was operating up until like the 40s, I think. And it was a work camp. These cabins here were built for the guys who were working the mine to live in. And then there was a superintendent's cabin as well, a mess hall, and an 8-car garage. So, judging from the look of this cabin, there's probably not going to be a whole lot left inside, but it'll still be fun to poke our noses in and take a look. Go up the path to cabin number 1. I mean, these were like dormitory style cabins from what I read. They had like 6 to 8 guys sleeping in them. Oh wow, yeah, totally busted now. But you can imagine, or maybe picture, bunk beds for miners. Oh wow, look, someone's living in here. Hey, yikes, look at the size of that nest. Okay, here's cabin number 2. Watch your step coming in. Oh wow, gross. So yeah, it's a 2-room deal. Here's the front room that we're in. Nothing left. Floor's all rotting away. Back room, screen door leading out the back. Really not much left. Holy cow. Okay, so we did 1, 2, and now here's number 3. This is 3 out of 6. So we're halfway through. Wow, look at this weathered wood. It's pretty cool. Green paint still showing around the door. Or green asphalt, I guess. Oh, wow, okay. Same kind of deal, a 2-room cabin. Front room that looks like there was a little wood-burning stove or something there. And then a back room that I guess was where all the bunk beds were. Not anymore. Okay, moving along here to number 4. Looks like the same story. This is a one room, just like the first one we went in. Roof's pretty solid in here. Interesting. You'd think it'd be real windy here and these panels would get blown away, but it's not bad. Okay, now cabin number 5 here. Look at this. It's all corrugated tin and it's real shiny. See what's inside this cabin. Oh my goodness. Now this is interesting for many reasons. First of all, we just came through the front door into this sort of like foyer room. And there's 1, 2 rooms off to the left side, 1 straight ahead, and 2 off to the right. So I don't know if these were bedrooms, or could this have possibly been some kind of infirmary? Doesn't that look like a medical type cart? Whenever I see anything with that white enamel on it, it just strikes me as kind of medical looking. All right, well, we'll go in this room first. I mean, it's a very small room, so it was either sleeping for maybe 2 people max, or an infirmary room. And same here. I mean, look at the doors are actually kind of narrow. I mean, I'm not a very big person, And there's not a whole lot of room on either side of this doorway, even for me. So, man, you had to be a skinny miner to fit through these doorways. I mean, here's me standing against the door, and you can see it's a pretty narrow door. Okay, and then straight in front in this room, gosh, I don't know if this was a, oh, you know, I think this was a bathroom because look, it looks like they had a plumbed toilet there. I don't see anything for like a sink or anything there, or a shower. I mean, nothing in here. It's weird. Okay, and then these two rooms on the left, also narrow doorways. Full of junk. Somebody was in here drinking a Keystone beer. Stay classy. Oh, look, we can just walk right through the wall into the next room. It's busted clean open. Yep, same thing in here, just another little bedroom. Out the door. And back out of this weird little building. Okay, wow, I guess that was some kind of infirmary or dormitory. I don't know. Okay, this is the last of the cabins, and it doesn't really look like there's anything to look at in this. I mean, this one's so busted, it's wide open to the elements, but gives you an idea of how they lived. Kind of interesting. Okay, this building here is totally collapsed, but Larry's theory is that this was the mess hall because look how big it was. It's a big roof. Or this could have been the garage because there's still that one building over there we haven't gone in, and that's either the superintendent's cabin or maybe that's the mess hall. Okay, here's the last building we haven't gone in. We're working off of the theory that it was maybe the mess hall or the superintendent's cabin. I mean, if it was the superintendent's cabin, that's a pretty big cabin. I mean, the guy only made $8 a day from what I read online. Oh, wow, look at this. This is cool, though. He's got a little flagstone patio, porch, screened-in porch kind of room. Oh, wow, look how cool this is. Look at his linoleum. This must have been his kitchen. Oh, wow. Yep, sure was. This is where he kept all his canned goods, or either that, or, I mean, this doesn't look like a commercial mess hall type kitchen, but I suppose it could have been. I mean, there was a sink here. There's a view out the window of where all the miners were. So you could ring the dinner bell when it was time. Dinner's ready, come and get it, man. Okay, let's go and see what's in the rest of this cabin. Okay, we got, ooh, another really nice pattern of linoleum on the floor in here. And some more friggin' targets for shooting. So there's a big central room, which I suppose this could have been a mess hall dining room. I mean, you would want linoleum because it's easier to clean up under a mess table, I would think. But then why would there be these two rooms off to the side here? It's weird. I mean, this was clearly some kind of a bedroom because look at that creepy old bed spring. More bullet holes. Oh, wow, look at the wallpaper, though. This is like very feminine wallpaper. I can't imagine that a bunch of miners would put that up. I wonder if there was a lady living here. Maybe the superintendent had a wife. He dragged some poor woman way out here into the godforsaken Nevada mountains. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, wow, look in this room. First of all, those really creepy stains running out of the window. And second of all, look at this wallpaper. Also kind of fancy and not quite as feminine. But hey, check this out. There's old newspaper underneath it. Now that's my jam. Velumina flat wall paint. Oh gosh, that looks old, man. I mean, these fonts that they used, that looks very old. Kurtzman. Since 1848, Kurtzman and Company. Oh man, I wonder if there's anywhere that that'll give us a date at all. Oh gosh, look here. Old comics. I don't even know what comic that is. Such a life. Come back and fight, you dod-boggled oyster. Go on, you porpoise. Keep calm, Cap. All's well what ends well. I don't even know what comic strip that is. Okay, wait a minute. And if you look way up at the top, there's like this kind of like trim at the top of the like little Dutch boy and girl. And that definitely seems like a woman's touch. No dude in his right mind will put that stuff up there. I mean, am I right? I feel like most guys would just put like sexy pinups or whatever, not little Dutch boy and Dutch girl. Weird, so there probably was at least one woman living out here, way up here, all alone with nothing but a bunch of miners. Oh gosh, it's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Or like Smurfette and the Smurfs. And, well, you know what they said about her. Okay, I'm still kind of scouring all these little bits of paper to see if there's any sign of a date. And yes, there is actually. Look here. Oh, it's so hard to read. April 26th, but then the year is peeled away. Gosh dang it, so close. And then here, I don't know if you can tell here, it says Los Angeles Times. That was a really old LA Times. Holy moly, that looks old. Yeah, look there. It says something about Santa Monica Boulevard. Man, we are a long way from Los Angeles. Oh, look here. Good news. Something about Los Angeles. So yeah, definitely an LA paper. Weird, man. I wonder how it ended up way out here. Oh, wow. Here's some more old wallpaper kind of hidden behind this second layer of wall. But there's one more room we can look in. This is the last room. And this, well, it looks like it had a huge shelf in it. So maybe this was the mess hall. I don't know, man. Maybe this was where the superintendent and his wife lived. Like, that was their private quarters back there. And then this was the main dining area for everyone. And the wife cooked all the meals for the miners in there. And the superintendent, he must have had some kind of office somewhere, you would think. Oh, well, maybe that was his office out front, that little porch. Huh. Oh, look. Little nails where they used to hang up their coats when they came in to eat. This looks like it was just a boiler room, water heater. Not really anything interesting to look at in here. Let me see, what's this? Okay, so there's just a sort of a hodgepodge of busted old magazine pictures and stuff here. So that looks like some like heavy equipment magazine. But then there's this Moon Haze, the newest Miss Clairol. So natural, only her hairdresser knows for sure. So that's, oh, look at the date on that. 1965. Oh, well, it was copyrighted 65, so I don't know how old. Spring fashions created for Red Book by the world's best designers. Okay, so this was a page out of a Red Book, I guess. Oh, look. Again, we can almost tell what year. February. Just doesn't say what year. 35 cents, whenever Red Book cost 35 cents. And then check this out. I noticed another page out of something, but it says, Ancient Sunken City found at bottom of Lake Titicaca. That's a name I can never say without smirking. Okay, wow, that was a really interesting cabin to explore. And kind of gave me a sense of the people who lived here. You know, now I feel like there was definitely at least a woman here. And a bunch of guys. Bunch of Cinnabar miners. I guess we should try to go over and check out over by the smokestack now and see if there's anything interesting over there. All right, now we're walking over to where that smokestack was, and there's pretty substantial brick ruins here. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Really nice weather today, too. It's overcast. I mean, I did see some lightning, which was a bit concerning since we basically drove up a big, long wash to get here. But holy wow, look at this. Wowzers. I don't know. This reminds me of Panamint City because there's a big brick work like this up there. But I don't know, man. I feel like this might be even more impressive than Panamint City. And it's been a few years since I went to Panamint City. Maybe not. I'll have to go back and watch my video. Oh, wow, look. It says it's a registered mining claim still to this day, I guess? I don't know, though. There's no date or name on it, so... Let's look inside this. Look at this beautiful brick archway. And, like, the bottom, what I'm walking on, it's all just crushed brick. It's really interesting. But look inside. This is, like, inside some kind of furnace. Isn't that cool? Wow. And that thing on wheels there, I wonder what that was. Oh, it's like it was some kind of cart to carry whatever fell through that slot up top. Okay, so I climbed up on the hillside sort of into this brickwork, and Larry pointed out over there across the way, I don't know if you can see in the bushes, I'm going to zoom in on it. It's a little rotary kiln. So yeah, they were heating up ore here to crush it, is Larry's theory. And these were the furnaces where they heated the ore. Interesting. Whew, just climbed up the hill here to the smokestack. And it's actually pretty cool. You can see at the base of it here, these two round openings. Oh, and then there's like a hole in the back too, Okay, here's the back side, and I'm not really sure how these things operated or what the deal was, but I mean, those two round openings on the other side look like some kind of pipes fed into it. And then this thing was obviously just belching smoke, so I don't know. I guess it was like a fire down in here. Not sure. But I will say that up here by the smokestack, we have a great vantage point of the whole mine camp. Look. There's all those little cabins we've been in and that superintendent mess hall building. Okay, so I basically just kind of like skirted around up top here from that smokestack, came around above that furnace works, and now this is what looks to have maybe been the head frame to the mine. I'm not really sure. It's all collapsed in on itself, so we got to be real careful. Let's see if we can maybe get a better angle. Oh, it's just, oh, it was like a big hopper. Oh, that was Larry's theory, that this is a giant hopper where they had all the ore, and then I guess they loaded up trucks and carried it back down the way we drove up. Okay, we just hiked down from the main frame, and we see here is like a big, almost like a panning device. When they did gold panning, it was like for sluicing the ore, I guess. There's these little slots here for the water and the small stuff to run through. Interesting.
Not rolling.
Uh-oh. Hear that? Hopefully we don't get stuck in a lightning storm. Especially because I'm walking around carrying this giant friggin' lightning rod. Just like Larry, we're both carrying the same apparatus. In other news, 2 YouTubers were electrocuted in a remote Nevada canyon. Yikes. Okay, well, while I'm still alive, I might as well check out this truck. Holy cow, look. Oh, engine block still in there. Wow, and then look here. This must have been on the back of it. It was like a dump truck.
Yeah, it was a dually. Look.
A dually. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow, look at the tires. Tires aren't even in that bad a shape. Do a quick peek inside the cab. Oh, look at that. How many miles on the old gal? That's a 84, 322. Ah, fresh as a daisy. I think I'm going to have to save the rest of this location for a future trip. But, I mean, I'll be honest. This whole area is so freaking beautiful and full of interesting hidden secrets that I'll definitely be back up here. So, Larry and I are going to be adults, responsible adults, and we're going to hike back to our cars and just cruise on to the next place. I mean, there's a ghost town near here we can stop and check out. And then there's a hot spring that we're going to try to drive to and camp at. So, stay tuned for part 3 of Larry and Wonderhussy's Central Nevada adventure.